Hello, YouTube. All right, let's get Instagram up. Hello, Instagram. Well, this is my broadcast channel. How are we going? I'm going to be doing a live around how to really embody your abundance mindset. Let's just make sure I've got all of my notes. How to really embody and how to build your abundance mindset and your behaviors within the next 90 days. And I like to use 90 days as a gauge with all of my clients. I can see in my YouTube camera that my hair is so fluffy. But when I have conversations with brand new clients, I always share with them, look at what has happened in the past 90 days, or look at like right now, and this is for you to reflect on what is happening right now in your life, because that is the fruition of everything that you have been fixated on. That has been your point of attraction in the last 90 days. And when I speak about abundance, yes, we can speak deeply on money, but I also want to speak about abundance when it comes to opportunities, experiences, relationships, all of that, right? So not just money in your hand, cash in your bank account. And if you feel right now in your experience of life, like maybe like life is pretty good, but you know that you could welcome in more abundance, or you feel like you're available to more abundance, or you deserve more abundance, and that you are at the core, you are worthy of more abundance, but you're not seeing it. Something that I want you to start to consider is what has happened in the last 90 days that has changed your point of attraction to attract exactly what you have right now. And it doesn't mean we're looking at our life and we're thinking it's bad and things are wrong. No, but the more aware and more we can witness, this is what I call conscious awareness, the more conscious awareness that we can actually have to understanding the past 90 days of our responses, our thoughts, our beliefs, our patterns, what behavior is translated from all of those patterns, that has created our current reality. And if you're struggling with a form of abundance, whether it is in money, whether it's cash, opportunity, experiences, maybe you have been trying so hard to get a particular result in your business, in your life, in your relationships, in your fitness, and you feel like it's just not working out. Let me just move this. And you feel like it's just not working out. Something that I want you to start to consider is, well, what is my point of attraction 90 days ago or in the past 90 days? What has that point of attraction been? What does it look like? What are my behaviors associated? And we need to get really, really good of, instead of just consuming personal development and doing the things that are low priority actions versus high priority actions, we need to get really, really good at understanding when we are sabotaging ourselves and what that looks like. You can't move forward and attract more abundance and step into a state of abundance without actually understanding, number one, the behaviors, the habits, and the thought processes, and the way you are reacting and responding in life, how that is actually affecting the way you are right now and how that is showing up in your life. Because you can do all of the personal development, all of the personal growth in the entire world. You can read books, you can sign up to master classes, you can do all of it. But if you don't actually understand how to translate that information and have it directly correlate with what your life looks like now, you will never move forward. Writing more to-do lists, consuming more knowledge, tidying your space, trying to be productive, staying busy isn't how you're going to create more abundance. So the first thing that I want you to do is become so hyper aware and witness exactly what are the patterns and behaviors that have led you to get the results you are currently seeing. If your bank account is not where you want it to be, if you feel like you are making money and you're always losing it, or you feel so scared to let it go, this is for you. If you feel that your relationships as super disconnected, or you don't feel seen or understood or heard, or you feel like you don't have safe space, this is for you. If you feel like you're never attracting new opportunities, or you're just plateaued, you're just stagnant, you're just going along, like I say, good autopilot, which is nothing is particularly wrong in life, bad, wrong, perceived negative, but you're just on this autopilot where you're just experiencing life and you're just going along with the flow and nothing is happening. This is for you. This is an indication that you really need to actually develop the relationship that you have with abundance, instead of holding on so tight or thinking it's not for you. Know that we are the creators of our world right now. We are the creators of everything that has happened. But most of the time, we consume so much personal development, we make ourselves so busy that we don't actually create. We just make ourselves busy. We just consume things. We don't create. So, what are you creating? Your behavior is going to be an indication of subconsciously what you believe and how those beliefs are dictating your life. This is my entire woman mastery methodology. And I go into depth with all of this with my Woman Mastery bundle, which on YouTube you can get. It's the first link in the show notes. On Instagram, just send me a message. Say you watch this, you want the Woman Mastery bundle. I go into the 3 phases of the Woman Mastery methodology, which is phase 1, reprogram your subconscious mind. Phase 2, shift your identity. Phase 3, regulate to a new capacity. And that's what I want you to start to focus on. If your abundance is not where you desire it to be, something has got to change. You can know everything, you can feel like you're doing everything. But if your life hasn't changed in the past 90 days, if you're not moving the needle, if you keep feeling overwhelmed with making decisions, if you keep telling yourself that you can't decide or it's too hard or you need to put off doing something, something needs to change. That tells me there's a deep rooted belief that is actually being shown in a behavior. And so instead of actually creating your life, because we are the creator of our life, you're just putting yourself in the same loops, in the same cycles as you always have. And so start to recognize how you are putting what are your loops? That's what you need to recognize. What are your loops? What are the loops keeping you exactly where you are in 90 days? To change your abundance, this is the first step. It's not some morning routine, it's not some hack. It's not some meditation. The first step is to witness exactly what you're avoiding by keeping busy, by consuming more. If you know that let's look at money for example. If you know that you want to make a $10,000 month, but nothing has changed in the last 90 days, and you're still in the planning phase, you're still in the keep busy phase, you're still in the overwhelm of making decisions, there's a block there. It doesn't matter how much you feel like you're worthy of that, or you know that you're destined to actually create a life where you're making $10,000 months. You can know all you want, but if you're stuck in the indecision, if you're stuck in the sabotage, you're not going to get the $10,000 months. So the point I'm really trying to bring home, because it's what so many people miss, is yes, I can share with you the best morning routine. I can share with you the best hack, the EFT tapping, meditation, whatever it is, I can. But nothing will change unless you are witnessing exactly what you are doing. Is everything funneling into what you desire? The choices you make today, is it keeping you busy? Is it just about consumption? Is it keeping you in the exact same patterns with the same reactions, with the same responses, which creates the same results? Or are you actively waking up every day and doing high priority actions that are moving the needle? How do you know what the high priority is? Well, moving the needle, it's going to fit. You're expanding your nervous system, you're expanding your comfort zone. I said for the longest time, it's not get out of your comfort zone, it's expand it. And so, how do you actually know if it's high priority? It scares you a little bit. It feels weird in your nervous system, or maybe you want to start scrolling on your phone, go make food, go for a walk, go catch up with friends, go do anything but that. Maybe you keep justifying why you haven't done something. Maybe you tell yourself, I'm not good with that, or I've never been a planner, or I never have been someone to know that, or I don't know the answer. No, that's justifying, that's staying in the same energy. Abundance is a state of being. It's not about thinking like I'm happy and abundant and airy fairy unicorns and all of that. No, it is a state of being. And if you stay in the same loops and cycles repeatedly, that's not a state of abundance, because abundance is overflow. Abundance brings more. If you stay in loops, you aren't in a state of abundance. I don't care how much you know. I don't care how many to do lists you have or how big your dreams, desires, and vision boards are. If you are in that loop, you are not in a state of abundance. You are in a loop of scarcity, you are in a loop of fear, and you are in a loop of repeating the same behavior. I want you to go away and assess and witness the areas of your life and have a look at exactly what has happened in the last 90 days. At the time that you write this down, what are the current results in your life? Not what you like them to be. What are your results? Get so honest. And then ask yourself, am I doing what I actually can to move the needle? What do I busy my days with? What do I busy my schedules with? What do I keep consuming? Where am I lacking being a creator? Where am I lacking actually taking true action? True action isn't writing another to-do list. True action isn't tidying your space, getting ready. These are just things that are just the bare minimum. Taking action isn't planning and thinking, especially if all you've been doing is planning and thinking. Taking action is being able to reflect at the end of the 24 hours of your day. Okay, this actually moved the needle, or this, I got this big chunk of this project done, or I made progress with working towards the promotion, not just thinking or planning or desiring it. The loops you are in are the loops of scarcity and fear. The loop that you want to get in is abundance. Abundance is overflow. So if you're not experiencing overflow in any way, if things seem really rigid and hard, that's not a normal state of being. Will you experience resistance in life? Absolutely. That's a part of life. The resistance is where you need to lean in, but you also need to question yourself. What is this resistance? You need to witness yourself. Most people do this work and they don't actually know how to witness themselves. Like, yeah, I sabotage or I procrastinate or yeah, I have this fear. But do you understand why? Do you understand what is actually happening? Do you understand why every time you start to scroll on your phone when you are avoiding responding to a client? Do you understand why that's happening? This is the work I do with the Woman Mastery methodology. Understanding yourself is building a relationship with yourself, which is building self trust. When you have trust, you back yourself. If you cannot back yourself in your life, what do you have? It's all about understanding exactly why you do what you do and questioning and looking at the other side, law of polarity. Having a look and understanding the other side. You feel like maybe this is triggering you a bit and you feel like I've been doing this, and this. Now look on the other side. If you were ready to have the things you desire, what would that actually look like? What would that to-do list look like? What would those high priority actions actually look like? Saying you don't know enough, saying that it's too hard, saying that you've never been in this position before. Of course, the reality you want to create is a reality you want to create. Of course, you haven't experienced it. You need to do something different. This is how you build your abundance in 90 days. This is how you build the overflow. Everything you're doing now, we need to completely shift and do something different. We need to 10x exactly what you're doing. If you were gunning for $10,000 months in your business, everything that you're doing right now, I guarantee you need to 10x it. You need to either, amplify it, 10x it, eliminate it, or you need to delegate it. Like it's one of those. There's no like I'm going to keep it the same. No, because you're going to get the same results. Same thing with a promotion. Same thing with attracting relationships. Same thing with your money. Whatever it is, more clients, more opportunities. Everything right now that you are witnessing about yourself, eliminate, delegate, or amplify, 10x it. That's how we are going to change our abundance. Do a deep dive before the end of the year of exactly everything that you are currently doing. Do a deep dive of everything, all the results you currently have, all the behaviors and the actions you take. Sounds tedious, but I promise it gets results. Do a deep dive of exactly the actions and behaviors that you are taking every single day, all the busy work, all the to-do list, and see if it's actually lining up with your long-term goal. Let me know how you go. If you want to learn more about, I have to go, I've got a client call, but if you want to learn more about this process, the Woman Mastery methodology, get into the Woman Mastery bundle. It's a good kind of like segue into this teachings and the really practical stuff. It's not just like me talking at you and giving high vibe advice. It's practicality, which is what we love. YouTube, it's the first link in the show notes below. Instagram, send me a DM, bundle, or just say that you watch this live and I can send it to you. But I hope that you got something from this. This isn't like another meditation, EFT tapping. It's like you need to witness yourself and understand what you're doing right now has gotten you the results. This is why you're watching this. This is why you're attracting to this. And it is a loop of scarcity and fear. It is not a loop of abundance. That's what we want to create. I will speak to you in tomorrow's live. Bye.